So I was out here walking, taking a little stroll in between my training sessions, and thinking about a question that I get asked a lot, which is basically, am I ever going to lose weight? I feel like I've done everything before. I feel like I've done all the diets. I've tried all the different programs, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 1 month, lose 20 pounds, gain it back and more. And then every year is, on the gain 5 pounds a year plan. And the one thing that has stuck with me over the years, something that I learned, that I heard along the way from one of my mentors, is that your body doesn't change if it's in a state of war. It only changes in a state of peace. So if you have a lot of anxiety and stress about losing weight, and it's something that's a constant concern for you on a day-to-day basis, and it makes you upset, and it makes you feel really self-conscious and all those things, those are normal things. I've felt that a lot in my life, actually, especially in my younger life. But your body's not going to change in that state. And anything that happens, easy come, easy go, right? Anything that happens really quickly, if you lose 20 pounds really, really fast in a month, and then you go back to eating the way that you were eating before you did the diet or whatever else, it's going to come back on because you didn't get any tools from that diet. There was nothing that helped you in your own life. If anything, you had to take a break from that life, and then you had to do this thing, follow this meal plan, do whatever. And believe me, we've all been there. When people joke and they laugh and they're like, oh, you've never, been overweight or anything like that. I was a really heavy kid. I got bullied. I was heavy all through high school. And when people of a certain age, when we talk about different things, we talk about the different diets, I was on Deal-A-Meal in the early 90s with my sister, my mother, my grandmother, and I. So 4 generations in my family were all on a diet at the same time. And I remember actually that point really, really clearly in my mind, because I was like, why are we all on a diet? What are we doing in our homes that we're all like, why do we all have to be on a diet? And I actually stopped and I started to learn a little bit more. I didn't actually make a ton of change in my diet, but that was the thing. When I was 16, I stopped eating fast food because I thought that was something that would help. And it did, actually. But anyway, just to say that we all have things that we're struggling with, and that, finding something that's going to help you in your life, that sees you, right? That identifies with you and what you're doing, and where you don't have to change to fit in, to be something and say, oh, I can only lose weight if I don't ever eat bread again. Well, okay, is that something that you want in your life? Is that okay with you? Or are you going to feel all right going out to dinner and not ever having bread, or not having bread at home? So it's going to be the things that are important, because that's not a thing, right? There's a ton of marketing out there about not eating bread, about not eating these things, about severely restricting what you're doing. And that can add to a lot more anxiety. So going back to what I was talking about before, that if you have anxiety about this, that you should be doing this, that you should be doing that, I'm going to say one thing: relax. Relax. Your worth is not directly connected to your body size unless you take that on and you make that a thing. It's not, right? We need good people in this world. And if you're trying your best and you're working on it, give yourself a little break. Relax, okay? So keep going. I'll say one thing that you can do today: don't change anything you're eating. Just practice eating slowly to the point where you're 80% full. So just practicing that. They sound simple. It doesn't mean that they're easy. Simple is not easy, okay? But take it to heart. If you really want to start something today, practice eating slowly. And you could start by timing yourself and seeing that the first meal that you time, you're going to have eaten in like 4 minutes. And it might be 1 meal a day that you practice eating slowly, and that's fine. Whatever works for you, right? But relax. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Do something that you really enjoy doing on a regular basis to get yourself out of that mindset of like, I have to do this, I have to lose weight right now, it needs to happen, it has to happen fast. even though it's taken me 20 years to gain all this weight, I need it off right now, okay? That's not gonna help you. That's a normal state for people to be in. It's not a useful state though. So I hope this helps. I hope that you're out there walking in the nice weather while we have it, and I'll talk to you soon.